G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy and thank you for joining me today for a live stream where I will be painting some details with pastel pencils on a project that I have, or that we have been doing on Patreon with Xrissart. Just wanted to say hello to Cherry. Hello my dear, how you going? Hello Helen, nice to see you here. You're working hard again, or you're having a 5-minute break, I'm sure. Well, just to explain, this project was, first of all, the surface is pastelmat. It's 24 centimeters by 30 centimeters. It is, and the whole exercise, it's a study. The whole exercise was to see if we could achieve fluorescent colors, or pretty much fluorescent colors, and particularly, you know, we were trying to use the pans, of course. And while PanPastels don't make fluorescent colors, they make pearlescent colors where there's shimmer and stuff like that, but they don't make the fluoros. So what the idea was to see if we could make fluorescent, or something that looks fluorescent. So we've done two projects. One, we wanted to show fluorescent greens and in a flower, and we thought a nice little, so we were just trying to see if we could, you know, achieve fluorescent colors, and mainly we concentrated on the greens in this project. With some magenta, of course. But yes, that was that study one. This was on Patreon, by the way. And this is the second study where we were concentrating on the pinks and the purples. And the idea was, because there's, you know, if you're painting, you know, flowers and stuff like that, you know, fauna, botanicals, and you know, there are some gorgeous flowers where they've got some beautiful, rich, vibrant pinks and stuff like that. And we thought, well, how can we do that here? So to see how this was done, you know, come and join Patreon with myself, where we do little studies like this, and then we do some really interesting projects. And there's one coming up now, which is a fantasy one using, we'll be painting a dragon. So that's something, if you're really into that, we'll be doing that. But, you know, every now and again we get to basic stuff, something like this, or some fundamentals. Debbie, hello, how you going? Nice to see you here. Just got home, even still in my uniform. Oh my gosh. So I know you work, Helen, you work shift work. So yes. Okay. So the details, and it's and I thought we could use. Well, I've got various pastel pencils. The pastel pencils that I mainly use on Patreon are the Faber-Castell. Because there's so many, right? Yeah. The Faber-Castell, the Contis, the Stabilo Carbothellos, because they're a bit easier to get and you can buy those open stock. But personally, I also like to use the Brunsales, which I love, and the Giocondas. I have, oh, where is that? Where's my Gioconda? Okay. I have found that the Giocondas and the Brunsales are very similar in texture, very similar with the core, very similar in the feel, and this, so for example, the Faber-Castell ones, look at them, look at my little tiny ones, oh my gosh. And there are various hardnesses and stuff like that, and you know, I like them each for different things, you know what I mean. And did I say the Derwents? I'm not sure if I said the Derwents that I use. So for example, if we're talking about core, the Derwent pastel pencil and the Faber-Castell, I would say, are the hardest core out of all of them. Then we have the Stabilo Carbothello, which I believe is in the middle. soft, and yeah, so that's probably a more all-round pencil if you're thinking about you know, well, my finances and stuff like that, I can only afford one set or one group of pencils. The Stabilo Carbothello would be the one that I would be going for an all-rounder. The soft, and of course the really soft ones are the Giocondas and the Brunsales. Unfortunately, I mean, I haven't found them to be open stock, but I think that they're really good value for what they are. There's about, I think, 48 in a set, but they are really good value. If you wanted then, for example, if you chose maybe the Faber-Castell and then you wanted a softer pastel pencil, that would be the one to go with. The Brunsales, well, for me here in Australia, I found they were a little bit more expensive, but they are open stock. So what a good idea would be is to, you know, get the set that you want and then grab a handful of all of these other brands just to test them out to see, oh, you know, I like it for this kind of thing, and you know, for this kind of area and this kind of process. So, well, I better get stuck into it because I really want to finish this, and hopefully I'll finish this. So I've got them all set out. All my pinks, I've got pinks and greens here. You know, my what are they? You know, all my blacks and neutral colours, and just so I know where I'm going. And of course I've got my Derwent little pencil extender in case I, you know, need this, for example. Let's have a look. So okay, so let's have a look. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I almost need like a PhD sometimes to work these things out. Oh really? Oh, how nerve-wracking. Oh, is that it? Doesn't go any further? That can't be right. That's loose. That's loose. Maybe it just doesn't, it probably does it on the Derwents, probably, mostly. Hang on, let's have a look here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Looks like. Okay, a colour for highlighting which is overlooked, which I don't think, I'm not quite sure if people have found this, but I've stumbled on this and I use it a lot, as you can see. There are two sizes. Oh, okay, Helen. I don't know where, maybe I've got another one, but I don't know where it is. Is the Pale Olive P490. So, which is a really nice highlighter. Ooh. Okay. So at the moment, I'm gonna see if I can work my way down, and I would love to know what's been going on your side of the fence. Nothing really, apart from, you know, the normal everyday humdrum, you know, day job, family. You know, family. Hang on, I need my glassine paper here. Yeah, family, art. You know, there's always something going on. Oksana, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. How are you going? I hope everything is okay with you now. Okay. And what I like to do is, once I've applied pastel pencil, I also like to brush that in a little bit and blend it in. So yes, what did we say, Cherry? What did we say this flower was? I keep on forgetting what it is. What is it? Oh God, I can't remember. If you're still in the chat, yes, I keep on forgetting what it is. Okay. So for us to, when we've we've been trying to achieve the vibrancy with this flower, and we found that we used the pans as base mostly, and we did use quite a bit of pastel pencil. Lupin, that's the one. That's the one. I always forget it. I don't know why I forget it all the time. Thank you, Oksana. Okay, it's been a bit of a rough time in my life, yes, for like the past 6 months, but my treatments are coming to the end. Lots of side effects, but I'm hanging in there. You hang in there, my dear. My prayers are with you, and make sure, and you're a strong lady, and you'll come out of it better in the end. Yes. Okay, so I found that I don't know how people, I don't know how other, I mean, you know what, there are no rights or wrongs here, but I found that by using pastel pencil and using the brush to blend, for some reason I found it, well, it works for me. So so for those who use pastel pencils extensively, how do you blend? Do you use your finger? Do you use a brush? Do you use a paper stump? There's lots of ways. So with this, I'm just putting in the detail with the pastel pencils. So we've gone ahead with quite a bit of pastel, and the interesting part was, making sure that we didn't lose our map, so knowing which petal was which. You love lupins? Yes, they're so bright. They're so bright. And thank you so much, Helen. Yes. Oh, we had lots of fun with this one. And so I'm finding that probably the Faber-Castell would be the ones for the final, shall we say, the final detail. But yes, I've found that there's a place for all of the pastel pencils. And I've been also looking at the papers and the studies that I've been doing for the colour pencil project that I want. It looks like I'll probably end up going to the one that I always end up going to, which I don't want to. I want to try others. Yep. Yep. What's everyone's favourite flower? How? I have too many. I love, honestly. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm happy to catch the live stream finally in a long time. Well, I'm happy that you're here, Oksana. Happy that you're here. And I hope that we can offer you a distraction. How about that? A distraction, that's what we want. See, it's come to the point now where, although I'm following close to the reference, but I'm just going off a little bit and just using a bit of artistic license now. So long as I've got the main thing. Yeah. My favourite flower, let me see. What's my favourite flower? I love tulips. I love tulips because and calla lilies. I love. What I the reason why I love them so much is because they're elegant and very understated, but very elegant. Yes, I would say. They're the two that stick out in my mind. It's really interesting. I love painting flowers, to be honest. I love it. You know how some people, you know, love painting animals, or, you know, if we're going to be talking about what you like to paint, other than what you know that I like to do, which is the surreal and the fantasy, I love florals. I love the botanicals. Certainly something to get my teeth stuck into when it comes to detail. If I don't mind doing the detail. I mean, detail is very important, but yeah, I love that side of it. Yes, so that would be my favorite. Debbie says, I use a brush to apply the pan, and sometimes I also use the soft tools for blending. I use paper stumps, cotton buds, yes, and my fingers. Well, there you go. See? Like that. That's good. Cherry, love the smell of lilies, but love all scented flowers. Oh, yes, I think I would have to agree with you there, Cherry, yes. In love with all flowers except for chrysanthemums. They have a smell that gives me headaches. I know, they're very, it's like a bitter, pungent smell. Yes, I know the chrysanthemums. Yeah, I must admit. Trying to figure out. I think I might sharpen this one because it's giving me a bit of grief. Here, hang on a sec, just so you can see. So some people say, what do you sharpen your pencils, pastel pencils with? I've resorted to this. I have used many others which I was happy to get a sharp point, but then the blade didn't work. So I've come down to this. And when I've blunt the blade, I just chuck it. I mean, for a couple of dollars, I don't know. What do I want the most? I want a sharp pastel pencil. So, and you might say, well, you know, you probably chuck your sharpener away. I don't know. You know, how many times? I don't know. Every 3 or 4 projects, but then it adds up to something like that. But then again, that blade, the rotary blade, goes. So I've done that because the object is to have a sharp pad. Well, not super point, but as sharp as I could possibly get it. So that's the reason why I use that sharpener. Oh, thank you, Oksana. Yeah, belated congrats on your cute puppy. I saw in another stream. So I hope the training is going really well. You know what? I've got a dog bed outside my studio, and she is just lying in it. And I think that's okay. That is good. But thank you for asking. Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, and you started some water lilies in my piece of pastel board at last. Oh, thank God. How are you finding the board, Cherry? Yes, okay. Hi, Nolani. Hello, how you going? Nice to see you Okay, so I found that this is the color that helped get the vibrancy along with the pans. Yeah. Okay, soon I will be needing darks, but I just want to make sure that I've got this going. I'm just looking at my reference, making sure. Yes. So Oksana, you are okay. So happy to hear that. Oh yes. So Oksana, have you been distracted to paint a little bit or draw a little bit? You know what I mean. I'm finding this is a really nice highlight for what I need here. Oh my gosh, can you hear the birds outside? It's the cockatoos. They're a menace. There we go. I'm liking the... Oh, Sarah! Hello! How you going? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yes, I'm finding that this is the Conti. This is lime. I love lime. It's nice. Well, that's what I call it, but it's not called lime on the pastel pencil, but to me it's like lime. Or is this lime? That's probably more lime, isn't it? Maybe a dark lime and a light lime. Oksana says, Chrissy, I have just finished the house commission and back to my rocks I started last year. I do want to finish them. Still experimenting with pastels and colour pencils as time permits. Of course, that's nice. Abigail, hello my dear, how you going? How you going? I hope all is well. Okay. Oh, I just dropped a pastel pencil. Oh my gosh, hang on. Oh. Well, there you go. Oh, don't you just hate that? Who knows? Hopefully I just flicked out of my hands. Like, how do I do that? Oh, that's so annoying. Anyway. Oh, I'm so annoyed with myself for doing that. Like, why? Okay. Some of the colours that I'm using for a 175, which is something which I use quite a lot. I have quite a few of those. The ones, look, there you go, 175, and I also like to use the 181, which are very similar. That's more cool, and that's more on the warm side. So, the trick with this flower was to always make sure that I was see, I missed that I was on the right side, you know, doing the right petal, because yeah, I found that I was, yeah, that's always, this is the tricky part for me, is doing that. Yes, there's a bit of yellow in this, yeah. Although that says vanilla. Okay, this flower looks amazing already. Thank you so much, Abigail. Oksana says they're naughty and don't want to stay in your hand at all. Almost like having a mind of their own. It's almost like someone's come behind me and just gone flip. I don't know, how does that? And it's not the first time. It happens to me quite a lot. Okay, almost off to bed. I'm struggling to stay awake at this point. Busy shift. Okay, Helen, thank you so much, my dear, for popping in to say hello. I know that you work shift work and it must be hard, but thank you so much for saying good day. Okay, so as I said before, this is another colour which the Derwents, they scratch, but these are my older ones. I haven't bought newer ones. I keep on saying that I'm going to buy newer ones, but I end up spending my money in other areas. And yeah, so that's why. Yeah. It's all in the detail, isn't it? And I've got to keep on reminding myself that it's all in the detail. But this flower, like, it's so much fun. I just had a ball with this, most definite. Where's my violet? Oh, where was I? Here. Also, the Stabilo Carpothellos have got a very nice, if we're comparing colours and shades, they've got very, probably more complete with all the different shades. If you're wondering, what colours that you would use mostly, what are the types of things that you would use mostly, I'd say then the Carpothellos have got a really good choice of colours. Yeah. Oh, Vicky, hello. Nice to see you here, my dear. Good morning, evening, team. My pencils even jump out of a container, says Jerry. See? Naughty suckers. That's it. Also, I just wanted to remind everyone for trading art cards. There's a few people that have put up their hands that needed a partner. Well, all of this is on Share Your Art with Xrissart because we want to be able to share with each other. So there has been, I think, I'm not sure, Vivian was here last week and we didn't have a partner for her, but I do now. So there's a few people. So if you go to Share Your Art with Xrissart, I can put you together. So for example, I've got 3 names in my book that have, and I'll explain what this is for the people coming in. I've got Vivian, I've got Robin White and Kathy Walker. So what I'll do is, I know that, I'm not quite, I'll check with Vivian. I just would like to, if she's hearing this, perhaps maybe private message me and I could match her up with someone. But if I can't, then I'll have to put Robin and Kathy together and I'll put that on Share Your Art with Xrissart. Now the whole point of the trading cards is it's a 4x6. Here we go. 6 inches by 4 inches, a little art card, and we swap. And this is an ongoing thing. You haven't missed out. It's an ongoing thing. So what happens in this situation, and the reason why I put these people together to begin with is I just drew names out of hats, but you could just do this on your own within the group as well. It's something very casual, very informal, and what we do is that this painting, drawing could be any medium, any surface, so long as it's 4 by 6 centimeters. What you do is you direct message each other your addresses or postal addresses, and once you've swapped, you can then share once you've shared confidently with your trading partner, you can share it on Share Your Art with Xrissart. So for those who want to participate, put up your hand. I've got the link to Share Your Art with Xrissart at the top of the chat, so you can click onto that. So Vicky, that would be good for you. You were talking about sort of, you know, like your mojo, like we all go through that, okay? And it's just a cute little painting, and of course I know that you've done quite a few cute small ones as well. So Robin, hello. Oh my goodness, thank goodness you're here. Robin, I'm so glad you're here. Did you hear your name being called out earlier? I'm not sure. I've got you down for the trading cards, and I've got someone for you if you wanted to do that. So I'll put that on Share Your Art with Xrissart. I've got you down, I think, with Kathy if I can't get in contact with Vivian, who put up her hand last week. So let me see. Okay, I got a match from you, Chrissy. There's another thing I'll work on. Still deciding what to draw. Ooh, very nice. Okay. You're awake, Easter miracle. Angie, hello. How you going? Nice to see you here. And of course, this idea was care of Angie. Angie was, yes, that's right, the trading card conversation. That's it. So there you go. So yes, a fabulous idea. I will definitely put up my hand. We'll jump onto Facebook later on. Okay, cool. It's in the featured part on Share Your Art with Xrissart. So go ahead and do that. And I can, and here, hang on, Vicky, I will put you down here on my list so I know who's who in the zoo. So I've got, okay, Vicky. Unfortunately, I've got to write things down because my memory is like a sieve. So yeah, so here all I'm doing here is just putting in some details before I post it. Yep. And finding that I only need just a touch with some things. Sometimes it's just a smidgen. Oh, I hope everyone has fun. I'm just going to have an absolute ball. Is Nanette here? We should sing for her. It's her birthday. Well, shall we sing for her anyway? And then, well, she's not. No, I haven't. No, she's not. Well, I don't know whether she is here or not. But we should sing for her. Yes. Wait till she comes in. How about that? I won't embarrass myself entirely. I'm very good at embarrassing myself. Being the silly moo that I am. Yes. Okay. I'm abstaining from the cards as we're about to rip our kitchen out, so we'll be busy. No, that's okay, Cherry. You've got a lot going on your plate. Everywhere where you look, there's so much art to be done. So absolutely. All is good. Okay. Yeah, so it's just a touch here and there. Yeah. And there are orange pinks, so spectrum orange. See, and that's another thing. That's the reason why I like Derwent. Not so much the because they're a bit scratchy, but the colours are just, I love the colours. Here we go. I love the colours. Yes. Not that you can't get them with other sets, but there are some colours that Derwent make that, yeah, that the other sets don't have. So for that reason, yeah. And these are all slight little details here and there, and working perfectly on the pastel that I've already laid. Although, can I just say, I am struggling a little bit with this one. I don't know whether it's the point. Well, this is the old formula, so that's why I want to get the new ones, because I'm hoping that the new formula is much better than this one here. Yes, but I want to use them because I've got them. I can't not use them. Okay, I'm casting this on the TV. Looks amazing, so big. Oh wow. Oh, Robin. Can you see every freckle or every wrinkle or every... Oh my gosh. That's the worst. It would be so big, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, hopefully I tried to get this down as close as possible. So, yeah, for those... Because I know there's a few others that put this on TV. Nanette sometimes puts it on TV too. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so as I said, this flower was done on Patreon, and just doing the details, which I'm really, really pleased with. And of course, I'm mixing this orange with this magenta. You know what? This magenta is really super, super close. Oh, hang on, it's this one. Look how close that is. And of course, what is it? It doesn't even tell you what it is, but look at that. That is super close. It's not this one. This is more fluoro, to be honest, to the pan. I find that really interesting, yeah. And of course, I have to go dark and light in a minute, and I will be doing that after I've just touched up certain areas. Okay, I put it on in my TV at times too when I'm at home. Wow. Okay, there's new Derwents. Well, what it is, it's the same set, Robin, but there's a new formula. That's what it is. Yeah, and I'm hoping that see, these are the old ones from the lion tin, you know, the tin that's got the lion. This is these ones, and some colors I don't use, like I don't normally use orange a lot, so that's why I've still got all of that. Look how long it is, so, and I only use it on certain things because of the scratchings. But yes, Derwent. I love Derwent. I was raised on Derwents here in Australia. That was like the set to get. I remember all too well. Yes. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm just touching up and highlighting, and yes, just touching up and just doing the details. Yeah, and of course I love using the brush. For me, I really like that, because then what happens is, I push this a little bit into the tooth, and then I'm able to go on top. Aren't we lucky that PastelMat allows us to do so much? There we go. And it's sort of like leaning this way. Okay, same with with me, Chrissy. My pinks, purples are never touched. Well, I mean, take a look at the Carbothello. These haven't been touched. And so this was a very good project to do for that. These are all old. As you can see, These are the ones that get used a lot. This one gets used a lot. Yeah, so, you know, and of course it all depends on the subjects that you paint. There is that. Yep. Yep, there is that. There we go. I'm finding this is the best color for this project. There we go. Okay. Usually I like to hold the pencil like this when I don't want to do tight work. It's only like now where I'm just where I need to get these tips in this flower. What do we call that flower again? Oh my gosh. I'm not going to ask it again. I always forget it. Don't know why. Yes. And I'm trying to create a bit of a shadow in between each of these petals. So the color probably might be, this one might be all right actually. This one here, it's like a, I would call it a violet, to be honest, this one. If I'm talking pans, look at that one. Now that's close. Interesting where they get their pigments from. That's interesting. So yes, here I'm trying to help the little point up here by casting a shadow in between there. That should help. Okay. Are you using Contis there too? Yes, I am. There they are. As we speak. Here they are. These ones. There we go. There. There. Oh. See? I dropped. I'm so bad at this. Okay, so I'm using this for the shadow, which I find that that's probably better. It's always trying to find the right color, isn't it? And probably as I get further down, I will probably use a darker color as well. Yes, so on, okay, I have another Patreon, Christy Rebecca, and she uses drawing pencils. Lovely. There's only 24 colors. I love them. Yes, I know, they're absolutely gorgeous. Save my greyhound painting. There you go. So soft. Wondering how they go over pastels. Well, we can test it if you like. We can do a little test. Have I got them? Are they handy? Oh, they're not handy. But yes, no, I'm willing to test them. Absolutely. And another Australian, Christy Rebecca, yes, and she's from South Australia. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to, and I think I need to go darker in certain areas. It's always the scary thing, isn't it? Okay, on your wish list, lupin. Thanks, Jerry. Oh my God. You know what? I'm writing that down. Here we go. I'm writing it down on here. Here we go. This is so you don't have to remind me again. Oh, that's so funny. This is in case someone asks me again and I don't know and I forget. Well, you know how it is. Okay, here's the Derwents. See, that is similar to that one, the lavender. Well, there you go. That's, well, that Derwent call it lavender. I love all the names that, and I also love the way that Derwent named their colours. If they weren't so scratchy. Well, these ones. See, it's the same. Same as this one. Yes, you can do pencils over pastel, but not the other way around. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So, they're similar. We know that they're similar. Yeah. Yeah. And it's, I know this part of it is just a little bit tedious, but it's really important that and there's a bit of, I think it's this one here. There's a bit of orange. There we go. I'm mixing, you see, so I want that sort of that orangey bit to come through. Yeah. Yeah, so they're the things I wanted to cover mainly. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll yes, hang on, let me just move this one a little bit more forward. There we go. Just so we can work on this area. Now this is a very simple flower, but there's, well, no, actually the colors, there's not, the colors are simple. I just had to make sure, yeah, sorry, I'll rewind, take that back. Not simple, but intricate is probably the better word to say, because of the different petals. It's had me going, actually. But really, I mean, it is quite simple. Yeah. If you attack it the way I attack it, and just I worked on petal at a time, or row at a time, that's how I ended up doing that. There's that bit of orange that's down there. And I will be using now Actually, I won't be using the black just yet, but I'll be using 181, which is the cooler side of this one, the 175. Put those down. There we go. Yes. Oh. Butterfingers Chrissy, there we go. 175, 181. Yeah, that's the warmer, that's the cooler, and I want the cooler one here at the moment. Okay, I've only got the white Derwent drawing pencil, but it's so good. I'd like the whole set. Yes, I would. Yeah, yes. Thursa, hello, my dear. How you going? Hope all is well in Mango Pla. Mango Pla is a place in New South Wales, southwest of New South Wales. Sorry for saying it like that, but yeah. Mango for short. You know, us Aussies, we like to cut things in half. Okay. How is Athena doing? Are your shoes still intact? Shoes still intact? Athena is listening to me. She's just outside my art space. She's just out there. She's been really good. I've been teaching her to behave. You know what? Between you, me, and the gatepost, I think she's smarter than me. She picks things up real quickly for a little pup. And as for the shoes, I keep on telling her not to touch them. Socks and shoes at the moment. So thank you for asking. Yes, shoes are still intact, but I reckon if I wasn't looking, she'd be attacking them for sure. Yes. As you can see, yeah. So, yes, but no, she's fine. Thank you for asking. Chandri, hello, my dear. How you going? Nice to see you here. And I hope you are well, Chandri. Okay, puppies love chewing on shoes. Yes. We're going through a biting stage. Any tips? I'll tell you what I'm trying to do is distracting her and taking her mind from biting a particular thing and getting her attention on something else. So that's what I'm doing. It's a hard slog at the moment, so that's what I'm doing. But I would, appreciate any tips for sure. Oh, where was I? I was here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, where was I? I was here. Yeah. There we go. There's this really bright bit right about there. Ali, hello. Nice to see you here. Do you love Rose Madder Genuine? I do love it, even if it is yes. Oh, it's lovely. Ali's our resident pigment artist who knows a lot about pigments, and I love it. You can teach us things, which is really cool. Okay. Robin says, my daughter has taught my Kelpie to hunt mice. Well, that's handy. Must have had one stuck in my Ariat cowboy boots. Oh wow. She was pretty hysterical watching that. Oh my gosh. As long as she doesn't chew, that's interesting. She chases bugs and lizards. That's what she does at the moment. Does that mean we're going to escalate to mice if she finds one? You never know. And Abigail says, as long as she doesn't chew on pencils. Yes, that is a given, isn't it? That is a given. Yes. Oh, that would just kill me if you did. Oh, look, what would you do, hey? What would you do? There we go. That sort of goes like that. And there's a... There we go. Let's make this to a point. That's right. There we go. Much happier with that. Newdell, hello, nice to see you here. Hi, it's late here in Spain, but oh, thank you so much. You're such a nice thing to say. Thank you so much, and welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. It's nice to see you here. I hope all is well in Spain. There we go. Robin says, Chrissy, I think it's like a teething stage. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, I never really had that with my poodles. Maybe sacrifice a shoe and allow her only that shoe. Maybe, yes, yeah. Or get her one of those chews that are in the shape of a shoe. Yeah, that's all right. What about pig's ears and stuff like that? Yeah. Well, you see, she's a miniature schnauzer, this one. So, although that's got nothing to do with what we're saying, I'm very careful of her diet because they suffer from pancreatitis. I've been studying this. Is it that... Oh, okay. This is the Gioconda Black. I like this because it's soft, okay? So, I want to lay down some pastel here, make these bits dark if I can. Yes, so you know, there'll be none of this eating from the table business, none of that. It's just kibble and dry food, kibble and at the moment it's not raw meat, but she will be getting raw meat when she's not a puppy anymore. So at the moment it's just special wet food and kibble. So okay. Make it Dave's shoe, yes. Flicking pencils everywhere, my gosh. Yes, let's make... Well, actually, she has been going to his outside shoe, like his yard shoes, like when he works outside in the yard. So she has sort of found those. So, let's leave her to do that. Yeah. Okay, Ali says, okay, Chrissy, although quinacridone rose replaces rose madder genuine as light fast alternative, it doesn't lift like rose madder does as it stains the paper. Wow, rose madder smells beautiful as well. Does it smell like rose? No, joking. Thank you for that. Ooh, that's very interesting. You're gonna make me bring out my watercolors again, which I've got a few. I've got so much to do. You know what? For me, there's never enough time in the day to do what I want. I don't know if you are all in that same situation, but there's never enough time for me. I can never do what I want to do or what I set out to do. The fact that I get distracted is another story, but hey, that's... Yes. Okay. Okay, I have a tiny parrot as well. They can be cheeky. Well, do they eat your shoes, Chandri? The $64 million question. Do they eat your shoes as well? Because you let your birds out, which is really, really nice. My only question is that do they poop all over the place? Do you find if they are and they're flying over your head, do they poop on your head? I know. I always feel like they would. It's only because I've had that happen to me. That's all. Okay, Newdale says, okay, thanks. We are starting Easter and the weather is great. Well, oh, that's right, because in the Northern Hemisphere, you've got springtime and we've got autumn. So yes, it will be getting cold soon with us, but not until, we don't get it until about the end of May. Well, where I live anyway, because there are certain parts of Australia that are bloody cold when it's winter time, believe it or not. So the further south you go to Australia, the colder it is. But north is, you know, lovely and warm most of the year round. Even the winter time is lovely and warm. Okay. And Robin says, I've been feeding my dogs Leica food. My poodle is super fussy and difficult to feed. He's doing well on that. Oh, well, that's cool. Luca. That's got to be a brand, right? Has to be a brand. Okay, Abigail says, yes. Too little time to art, though. My gouache sketchbook is getting filled. You know, because you inspire us all, Abigail. Honestly, you're the one. You're the experimenter. You're the experimenting person, artist here. You come up with some fantastic ideas. I love them. Okay, there's this orange again. See, now I'm seeing all of these little bits and pieces that oh, thank you, Robin. Yeah, I really love this. Well, that's it. We did one. This is the one that we did on Patreon, and earlier we were talking about trying to make vibrant fluoro looking colors, and it was all an exercise about mixing colors, and so we decided to do flowers. And so the first project was the mixing the greens, trying to get the fluoros, and I think we achieved it, as you can see. With that, and with a nice little flower. And so we concentrated on greens on this one. Here we're concentrating on the pinks and the purples and the violets, and yes, so and thank you. Yes. Okay. Yes, and the reason why I'm doing the details here is I just wanted to tell people that, you know, that I do have a Patreon page. Sometimes people ask, and just to let you know, this is an example of what we can do on here, on the channel, that is. But we're doing a dragon next, so look out for that. I can't wait. Another fantasy one that we're going to be doing. Okay. We had poodles. Oh, Cherry, you had poodles when you were growing up. They are clever dogs, aren't they? And Robin says, Chrissy, yes, they do. I'm pretty sure my girl saves her poo for when I let her out. She flies over to me just so she can poo on me. That's right. Well, you know, what can I say? Naughty bird. Naughty bird. Are you getting, okay. Are you getting rained out up there? Yes. Drenched. I am sick and tired of, I want to wash towels and sheets and I want to put them out in the sun. Just when it's nice and bright, it rains about half an hour later. Like, what's that? So that's your long answer, Thurs. Okay, yes, it's raw food delivered to your door. Oh, okay. You go through a survey and answer questions appropriate to your dog and they develop something to suit. Oh, that's pretty good. Maybe I want that. Maybe I should do that. Okay, so, and Cherry says, Chrissy, believe it or not, but even when you retire, there aren't enough hours in a day. Is that right, Cherry? Are you warning me that that's what's going to happen? You know what? I think I believe you. I think I believe you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so in this, where you said there's sort of pinks, like magentas coming through, even in the violets here. So I'm just adding a few strokes here and there. Just down here. And then there's this bit here. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. You live in Malaga in the south. I probably pronounced that wrong. Do you sound the G? Malaga? Or yeah. In the south. So does that mean it's very, very, is it very, so in summertime it would be very, very hot, perhaps? New Del? And Thursday says, agreed, hang on. Agreed, Avago suggested I change medium to get out of the artistic block. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, what happened? Okay, yes. Oh, well, that's good advice. Yes, see? Abigail's always got good advice. I went back to acrylic and now I have a lady that wants 6 done to sell at her business. Way to go, Thurs. That's it. Out come the acrylics. That's why sometimes, you know what, you know when you go off a medium and then you're really into another one and then you go, oh, look, okay, I'm not using this medium anymore. I just want to sell it and get rid of it. Down the track, you know what happens? Something clicks in the head and says, you know what, I think I'd like to do an acrylic painting. So that you end up, you know, it's, or coloured pencil, or, you know, whichever. Just, well, it's happened to me. Not that I get rid of things too much, so I always, the only thing I say to myself, I'm going to go, really, you're going to use that? But then something happens and I end up using it. I was going through some of my pencils and you mentioned the drawing ones, and I'm thinking, oh yes, I would love to do something with those. And I also saw the charcoal ones, which I've got, which I am going to do something with. You know, again, it's the time, but, you know, truly, here we go, getting there with this, I think. Yes. So to tell you, so the trick with this, creating or mixing to make fluoros, the thing that helped us with this was mainly the pencils. And sometimes you just need a highlight here and there, something that will add that little sparkle. And yeah, what I'm using here is that pale olive, a colour again you should get if you can, if your finances permit. Oh yeah, most definite. I want soft. Now I will be using black. Mainly down here. Oh, Vivian. Oh, I'm so glad you came in. Oh, I'm so glad you came in. I've got someone for you. Mentioned that you wanted to join in for the trading card. I just wanted to ask, are you a member of Share Your Art with Xrissart? I just wanted to make sure, because I've got someone for you to trade with. So that's all I wanted to say. Let me know. And if you're not one that doesn't want to go onto Facebook or Share Your Art with Xrissart, that's fine. I'm not making you go there. It's just that all the names are listed down there, and then I can team you up with someone. That's all I'm trying to get at. But yes, I'm so glad you came in, because I talked about you earlier. Okay, Robin said, okay. Debbie, okay. Oh, okay, goodbye for now. Debbie, thank you so much. My grandson is here to visit. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm so glad you were here. Wonderful. See you next time. And Ali says, okay, here we go. Fugitive colours, Ali says, fugitive colours have a depth and colour that can't be achieved with other colours, such as alizarin crimson. I know, I love alizarin crimson, but it's not light fast, is it? Okay, rose madder genuine. Also bright opera. Oh yes, bright rose are the best bright colours, absolutely, and they're not light fast, which is a shame. Probably if you had your sketchbook, and maybe not even then, I'm not sure, but yeah, those colours do. Okay, Robin says, if you post something on Share Your Art, can people on your personal Facebook see it? No. The answer is no. Nope. It's only members in the group. That's the answer to that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, forgot I love colour pencils too now. Yeah, see, there you go. Says Robin, I have no time for 3 mediums. I do like using coloured pencil over watercolour though. There you go. And Thursday says, yeah, agreed. Gave my old acrylics to Kira. Had to buy all new acrylics. Will never get rid of watercolours. Well, yep, that's right. Okay. And Abigail says, I mix everything too. And Cherry says, I still haven't unwrapped my watercolours. That's right, Robin. I agree. Cherry, why not? But I know that she's building a kitchen, so you can imagine her mind is this way. But yes, because I haven't a clue how to use them. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do a watercolor tutorial on Patreon. I'm gonna do that. How about I do that after might do that after our portrait. How about that, Cherry? There we go. Horsewoman, hello, how you going? How you going? Nice to see you here. I'm not quite sure, Horsewoman, if you did you put up your hand to be we've got a trading art cards where we where we're going to do some art, and we trade with our fellow people here in the chat and share your art with Xrissart. I'm not quite sure whether you put your hand up for that, because if you do, then I'll put you on the list and I could match you with someone if you like and send some art cards. But that's only if you want to. It doesn't. I just wanted to give you the choice. That's right. That's all I wanted, to give you the choice. Okay, I will join. All right, Vivian. So yeah, I don't want to force you to if you don't want to, but that's where all the list is, you see, and I mean we can anyway. But okay, cool. Okay, Robin says, okay, I watched a couple of videos by Lioba Bruckner. I like her very much. I like her style. She used everything but the kitchen sink in her paintings. Paul Clark uses pastel pencils over his watercolor. Yes, that's also something. And Ali says, Chrissy, I wish Daniel Smith brings back their ultimate acrylic range. I didn't know that they did acrylics. Did they do acrylics? Well, there you go. I didn't know that. There was a unique colours such as quinacridone, try to say that fast, pink, quinacridone purple, and moonglow. I've got moonglow. I love moonglow, the watercolour. It's almost like there's a violet, but then there's well, the pigment separates and you can see the different pigments, but that's one of my favourite colours, moonglow. I know that one. Okay, and Cherry says, Chrissy, that makes me nervous, but they look so pretty in their little tin. Well, come on, Cherry. Okay, now's the time to bite the bullet, unwrap that bloody tin, and we're going to be doing it. I probably could find a way to use the kitchen sink as well, says Amiga. Yes, you could do it, couldn't you? Yes, you could. Okay, is that the art card info at the beginning of the video? I can let you know. Yes. Let me see. I just want to have a look. Yes, that's the Facebook group. Yes, that's the Facebook group. That's the link. Yeah, if you go to the link at the top of the chat, you will see the link. And I did that for the trading cards. Yes. It's just a fun thing. So as I said, it's, it's at 4 by 6 inches. So here we go, probably about 4 by 6 inches. Any medium, any surface, and you don't show your artwork on the Facebook page until you've swapped and your respective art partner has received it, and then you can share it on Share Your Art, and we would love to see it. Like, this is cool stuff. Okay. Actually, I did coffee stain paper in the kitchen sink. See, there you go. What else? Exactly. It is called, what is it? Coffee stain paper in the kitchen sink. It is called iridescent. Is that what it's called? There you go. Moon glow is like a dusk purple. Yes. I couldn't find the right words. Yes, I just got my order for 4 Rembrandt dusk watercolors. Oh, they're good. I mean, Moonglow is one of my favorites. And you know what watercolor set, I mean, I love so many, but one of them is also the Renaissance. I love those. I also love the, what's the other one that I used? The Roman Schmal. I was trying to think of the name. Colors. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, sorry, got to go. Daughter, FaceTime. Okay, Thurza. Nice to see you. Bye for now. Say hello to Al. Okay. Okay, Jordan. Oh, and Kira, by the way. Okay. Okay, I feel that way about new pastels. I go to the local art society to paint twice a week. I've had to put them all together in a wooden box for transport. Oh, It's all right. Okay. I'm liking this, the black. This is so soft that if you ever want Brunsale, there we go. Yeah, Brunsale and the Gioconda, they're the soft pastel, and all I'm doing is just touching, and I don't want it like super power black, but I want the dark. I want the, you know, the dark bit showing a little bit. Helps with the detail, doesn't it? And then I just there's that little tip, and on that tip a lot of them have got these little tips, so I'm just going to go there we go, just this tip. Okay, let me see. No, Moonglow is iridescent. You see two colours, oh okay, at once depending on the angle of the paper. Oh yes, no, I know, yes, I understand. The paper, yeah. Autocorrect is my worst enemy. That's okay, mine too. Yeah, this one, yeah, this Moonglow is, it's a different colour when it's wet, and then when it dries, you see pigment. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I love it. Yes. A dusky purple. That's right. I like that name. Horsewoman? Yes. Okay. And Robin says, oh, I have a couple of Brunsale, so they are softer again. Yes. Yes. This is, I'm not quite sure if you came in. I ranked them from hard to soft. So, for example, the hardest pencil that I have in my paint box is the Derwent and the Faber-Castell. I would class those as the hardest core. Next come the Stabilo Carbothello. Sorry, in between the Stabilo Carbothello is the Contis. This is how I've got it. Whoa, it's just about to come out of my hands. Okay, then I have the Giocondas and the Brunsales. That's how I would classify them. So if I'm wanting like these tips, then I would be using something like the Faber-Castell Pit, or the Derwent. Yes, and then in between that, because they're still, the Contis are still a little bit harder, but not as soft as the Stabilos. This is me. This is how I feel. And the Giocondas and the Brunsales are very similar. So there you go. So, having said that, I want the tips here now. I just want some tips. Yeah, where did it go? Here it is. As I get up here, yeah. Just slide, you know. The only difference with the Brunsales and the Giocondas is the Giocondas are not open stock. There you go. Cherry says, I have some Brunsales and I think they are closer to Caran d'Ache for softness. Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, and the Caran d'Ache are like the softest. They are the opposite of the Faber-Castell or the Derwent. They are super, super soft. Ali says, Chrissy, Daniel Smith did do acrylics. Interesting. You know, I didn't know that they did, but yeah, as you mentioned before, they discontinued their acrylics around 2010. If Daniel Smith are being competitive with other brands, they should at least have oil, watercolor, and acrylic. Yeah, well, you know what? We don't know what they're thinking. They might be thinking that. You know what I mean? That one was a bit too pointy there. But yes, here. Now I want to use... I'm going to bring this down a little bit because I want point here. And I think there we go. I think I'm just about, you know what, I suppose I could keep on going with this, but the idea was to see if we could achieve fluoro or vibrant, or yes, for ones that want to do botanicals. Yes, there we go. No doubt this will sit on my easel for a bit. I don't want to fuss with it too much. I think that's enough. Okay, I'll stop it. Now I'm going to have to buy them. I could be the influencer, but the biggest influencer here is Abigail. She introduces us to all of her new art supplies, and we think, okay, well, we might have to go in and get some of those. Okay, I've got the Conti on my wish list for my birthday. That's it. Well, my dear friends, I think, here we go, and I've written it. It is the lupin flower. See what happens when you write things down. Okay, look, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a lot of fun, and you got to see me use mostly pastel pencils today, which was nice. And yeah, so I will be here, God willing, next week, hopefully with something new. I'm busily studying with coloured pencils and paper, so I'm nearly there. I'm nearly made up my mind. But anyway, look, thank you all so much. We'll talk again, and bye.